Hi guys, welcome to Daily Tips with the Monica. I appreciate you guys for coming. I appreciate, like I always tell you guys, I appreciate you guys love and support. What we're going, um, first before I give you guys my topic, I want you guys to go ahead and hit that like button. If you want to share me out to all different platforms. Um, I just want to say, guys, that yesterday, watching Tremel and Joseph live, it inspired me to do this topic. Tremel was talking about how he allowed a lot of people to control his life, and he really wasn't living his life because um, he was not ashamed, but he was just allowing people to dictate how he lived, and how he dealt with so much abuse, and how if you go back and listen to his live from yesterday, you'll see what I'm saying. But this topic is kind of inspired by what Tromel and Joseph was talking about now allowing people to dictate how you live. But what I am going to talk about today is 10 things that the tips is going to be things that we shouldn't let other people do to us. Y'all, the only one who can truly manage what's happening in your life should be you and no one else. We all are grown. We have family. We do kind of like lean on our families and friends to support us when we are young. But when we reach in adulthood, it is important to make our own decisions. And we have to learn how to remove those negative influence of those people who don't wish us well, and protect ourselves from those people by not allowing those people thoughts and opinions invade our hearts and minds. So the bright side of it is you should feel in control of your life. Once you have made that decision, you should feel better about yourself and about your situation. Um, um, so here are some tips that can help you when it comes to dealing with people. What you should not let other people do to you. The first thing is drag you into senseless debate. You know how some people say, uh, you can't do this, and then you be like, you're wrong. You can't speak to people like that. When someone says you're wrong, the right way to say something is, I have, you know, what you have time for to say is, I have no time for this. I'm walking away. Don't waste your time trying to prove anything to a person that has already made up in their mind and has accepted only their own truth. Yeah, there are people that will try to get a better understanding of you, but they can't. Those kind of people that try to get in a debate with you, they can't see you for who you are. But there are also people who, those people do not want to understand you. And you have to ask yourself, is it worth your time? Is it worth the effort? Is it worth your energy? We can say the same thing about people that just misunderstand us and don't get us. The thing is, it's not your problem. It's not your problem. So leave it as it is. A series of winning arguments is no reason to be proud. The moment when you learn how to keep silent and let the situation go are much more important. So don't get into these confrontational battles with people trying to prove a point that you're right. For what? What is it going? Or do you need that accolade? Do you need that? Do you need that great feeling of wow, I won this argument? Do you really want a prize like that? That's not a prize to win an argument with someone. To get in a heated argument or a heated discussion with someone who really don't respect what you're saying anyway. Honestly, they don't respect what you're saying. They do not understand. They do not respect what you're saying, and they ain't trying to understand what you're saying or your point of view. They only want their one-sided story to be known. So be careful with that. Do not get in those open discussions where they want to bait you in to get you out of character. Just say nothing. Don't get in those senseless debates. For what? What are you gaining? What are you gaining? And the second thing is don't be with people that make you feel ashamed. Don't let people make you feel ashamed about your past. If someone tell you you spent your youth as a loser, that's not cute. And then they say you spent your youth. When someone tells you you spent your young life on a loser, what you can say is really seems like nothing's changed. When someone comes in your life and says, "Oh, you spent your life on a user, your young life on a loser," there are going to be people who are always ready to remind you of your mistakes and past failures. But your past belongs to you and nobody else. Just allow me a moment, please. And everything that happens is a part of your life experience. And you should never let anyone make you feel ashamed of your past. No matter what your past may have been like, remember that no one, Jamel, go sit down. No one can change your past. You can open your heart you can open your heart up to a person. Go sit down. And they use it to drive you into a corner and assert themselves. Those people are harmful to your happiness. Everyone has their own secrets and past history. Don't be afraid of being judged. So, there are people, guys, that are always going to remind you of your past. There's always going to be those people that bring up those things that you have done in the past. But you know what? Your past, like we always say, your past is the past, and ain't nothing you can do about your past. But what we can do is look to the future. You are not that same person. And sometimes you have those people that want to come into your life and know about your past so they can use your past against you. And those people will try to use your past to hurt you. And they will do that to try to kill your happy spirit that you have. Just know that those people that are trying to hurt you, they have secrets and a past history too. So we have to know that no one is perfect. And don't be afraid of being judged by someone because of your past. Your past is your past. You don't live there anymore. So the third thing is don't let people deceive you. Don't let people deceive you. The more you try not to notice someone lies, the faster they will replace your reality. If someone is lying to you, don't be quiet. Don't be silent on that. Your patience will become very thin with that person, and it will make things worse. And you will allow the liar to feel that their deception is working. And that's when people start lying constantly. So don't let people deceive you. If they lying to you and not speaking the truth and not being that and you catching them constantly in lies, then speak on it. Tell them this is enough. I have enough of you and your lies. It is either you straighten up or it's time to go. But if they feel like their lies is constantly, they always lying, they ain't never telling the truth, they ain't telling the truth, no matter how much you say you are tired of them lying and they're not taking you serious. Sometimes it's just best to just walk away. Remove those people. That's toxic traits. There are toxic traits. All they do is lie to you. They are toxic traits. Don't tolerate lies over and over again. Don't allow yourself to be manipulated by people. Don't be people will lie to you and lie to you and lie to you and try to manipulate your mind to believe they lie. They will. But you have to open your mind and have a mind for yourself to let them know, hey, I know you're lying and I'm not gonna deal with it. The I think this is the fourth thing is the fourth thing is, oh, I'm sorry, I lost my. Don't allow people to convince you that changes are bad. Those people there are a lot of people, guys, that are afraid of change. They don't want to move on or get acquainted with anything new. But always stay true to your opinion and try not to let other people influence you to change something new if you want to try it out. All in all, people that are trying to control the change are controlled by uncertainty and fear. Change in life have lots of advantages. Having changed do. We need them to feel alive and to move forward. And it is sometimes the most difficult experience to bring us to where we need and want to be. So don't allow people to convince you that changing your life is bad. Changing your life can be good, especially if moving to a new opportunity can better your life. Moving to a new state can bring new opportunity and change in your life, making you have live better. There's nothing wrong with change. Some people are afraid of change because they fear it and they are uncertain they will be prosperous. But never be afraid of change. Never be ashamed of change. Change is good. Don't let nobody tell you that change is bad because it's not. The fifth thing is don't allow people to convince you that you need more of something. Like if they're saying you need to buy a new car, but there's nothing wrong with your car. And you have other things that you need to be doing. So don't allow them to convince you that you need to change something that don't need to be changed. It is very important, guys, to be, like we always say, always be grateful for the things you have. If you demand impossible things of yourself and let people do the same, you let yourself down. Appreciate what you have. That's where your happiness begins. We've been talking about happiness and things like that. A constant desire for more is not usually a reason people like to give more. If you don't complain and coerce as much, people will be more willing to give you more than if you constantly ask for more. So If don't allow people to convince you that you need more of something. If you need to do something more important on your list of things that needs to be done, do those things. You don't need the biggest house. You don't need the the newest car. You don't need all those newest things. You don't need this. So don't let someone convince you to, oh, buy this, buy that, buy this. Girl, you know you need those new shoes. Do you really need those new shoes, or do you need to buy a new lawnmower? Or do you need to put more you need to put flooring down in your house? You need to get some electricity work. Put those important things first. Be appreciative of what you have right now. Don't be appreciative what you have right now. And you know, and as well, guys, don't always demand people to do something for you. If people want to do something for you, they will see the need. They will see the need and they won't mind blessing you. But don't demand people to help you. Do not demand that. People will help you more if you have if you have a more humble spirit. If you have a more humble spirit and you appreciate what you have, then people will be willing to bless you. Sometimes people see the need. Some people see the need and they want to help you. Some people see the need and want to help you. So, guys, the sixth thing is um, don't allow people to convince you to take a risk that you're not willing to take. Um, it is impossible to achieve anything without spending time and effort. Yes, there are people that manage to reach their goals easily, but some people are an exception to the rule, like myself. People have different approaches on different situations and have to act how they want to and see how they fit to see it. Someone's action may not be how you would like to react, and that's perfectly normal. So don't take a risk that you can't take. Just because someone did it, don't mean that it worked out for this person that it's going to work out for you. It don't always work like this. Sometimes some people can some people sell their soul to get to the top. I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be honest. Some people sell their soul to get to the top. But believe in yourself. Believe in your future. And you'll be on your road to success. So do what works for you. Just because that person did this way to be successful does not mean that you have to risk everything because they did it their way. Do it your way. And if your way works for you, let it work. Let it work. You don't have to always go the way that person explains to you how to do it. There's nothing wrong with taking criticism. There's nothing wrong with taking someone's opinion. But if it's not working out for you, that's fine. But you travel on your own word to success. Don't risk it all. Don't risk it all. Don't risk it all. Right. Don't risk it all. Um, the seventh thing is don't let people keep you from chasing your dreams. It's a saying that says that valuable things don't come that easy. The path to success, guys, is often paved with challenges, criticism, disapprovals, and bad reviews. But we can't let that defeat us, especially when we have those people in our lives that believe in us. And then we have those people as well that don't believe in us. But know this, When you start something, there will be criticism and there will be difficulty. But a challenge makes us strong. If you really know what you want, follow your dream no matter what happens. So don't let people stop you from living your dream. Know that it's going to be challenges that come up. It's going to be uh, things. People are going to say negative things. People is going to criticize what you're doing, uh, come against you. But don't let that defeat you. Don't feel defeated. Don't let that defeat you, and don't let it stop you from your purpose and from living your dreams. If your family or your friends don't believe in your success or your purpose, then that's fine. But continue to push it, because you never know who you are inspiring. You never know who may be looking. You never know who may be looking and inspired by what you're doing. And since you're trying to still push through and try to get through to live your dreams, then they're going to push the next person to live their dreams. You never know who is watching. So no matter what, live your dreams. Don't let nobody discourage you from living your dreams. So guys, that are the daily tips that I have today, guys. I hope you guys got something out of it. I'm gonna go ahead and recap. Um, Jamel, go sit down. Um, guys, what we talked about today is tips on things we shouldn't let other people do to us. Uh, we shouldn't. The first thing is we should never let people drag us into senseless debates. That means in arguments, petty debates about something that has nothing to do with you. Just walk away from it and say nothing. Just say, I have no comment. Don't get in those debates, because sometimes 9 times out of 10 they'll go back and say what you said. The second thing is making you feel ashamed from your past. Don't let nobody make you feel ashamed about your past. Your past is your past. It ain't nothing you can do about it. Always stand in your truth. Know that that person that's pointing out your past has a past too. But guess what though? If they're still pointing out your past, then they don't need to be in your inner circle. The third thing is, don't let anyone deceive you. Don't let any people lie to you. Don't let people disrespect you. Don't let people think that manipulate you into thinking that you know what you're asking for is too much. Don't let them think that. Do not let them. Not only am I telling you guys these things, guys, I have to tell myself this because I struggle with things. I struggle. I one thing I do struggle with. I do struggle with um trust. It's hard to trust people because you don't know who's genuine and you don't know who is not. Especially when situations arise and it seems so familiar. Do you trust that? Do you trust that? The fourth thing is convince you that changes are bad. So don't let anyone make you feel like you wanting to change your road to success or trying something new or moving to better your life is bad. Never be afraid of change. Change is good sometimes. Sometimes change can be bad and sometimes change can be good. But if it's a good change, then change. Don't let somebody make you feel bad because you want to be more successful or have more. There's nothing wrong with that. The fifth thing is, guys, is convince you that you need more. Don't let people convince you need more of something when you're actually content. Don't put yourself in a bind listening to other people. Don't do it. Focus on those things that you really need to be focusing on. The sixth thing is convince you to take risks. Don't let no one make you take a risk that you may regret or that it's going to be hard for you to come back from. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't take those risks unless you know it's going to change for the good, a change for the good. But if it's just a risk, just to take a risk, don't take a risk just because someone tells you to take a risk. And the seventh thing is, guys, don't let anyone keep you from chasing your dreams. If it's something that you want to do and you're very passionate about, don't let anybody stop you from chasing that dream. Don't no matter how much negativity and criticism they give you, don't worry about it. You follow the things that you want to do. And you will become successful. And if you're very passionate about it, you will become successful. Don't let anyone make you feel guilty for living your dream. Live your dreams and live your life to the fullest. Okay, guys. So those are the daily tips that I do have. Thank you guys so much for coming to this premiere. Like I always say, I hope you guys got something out of this because let me tell you something. If you allow someone, we cannot allow people to dictate on how we're going to live our adult life. We can't let people do that. We cannot allow people to do things that are not right to us. We got to stand up for ourselves. So, guys, those are the daily tips. I do have an announcement. Guys, on the 24th, me and the McRae Kingz featuring blogs and fishing, we will be doing a live discussion panel on various different topics. We will have a special guest. Her name is Alicia Middleton. Um, she will be our special guest. She is part of the Black Lives Matter movement. So, guys, we look forward to that. Please do not miss out on this great panel discussion. Meet us there. As well, guys, I want to say that I am doing a book review on My Panties Cleaned. This book is by Tracy Allen. So if you guys have not purchased this book, click the link in the description box and get that book because I will be doing that book review next Friday. Um, as well, guys, if you have not purchased Don't Let God Smell Your Panties, you need to just purchase that book as well. And as well, guys, I will be doing an interview with Tracy in August. Guys, that's all the daily tips that I have today. I hope you guys have a good Wednesday. Um, and I hope everybody is motivated about the good day that we're having. We're gonna have a good day. Just say we're gonna have a good day today. We ain't gonna that's what we're gonna do. Just say to yourself, say it in the chat today or in your head. Today is going to be a good day. We're not gonna let anything or anybody get next to us or get me out of character. I am not ashamed of who I am. I am somebody. I am somebody. I love myself. And my past don't dictate who I am. It don't dictate my future. I love myself enough to know that if it don't serve me purpose, then I walk away from it. So guys, thank you guys for coming. Y'all have a happy Wednesday and I'll see y'all on Thursday. Bye-bye.